Hello YouTubers and anybody who happens to be watching. This is Kyle O here, or as you may know me on here, I'm MaxNation1980 or elsewhere Kyle J Illustrationum or Kyle O Vox. I'm going to be showing you a little tour of one of my sketchbooks. I kind of want to make this into a series depending on how this goes over. This won't be a long, lengthy video because I had tried to do that, but instead, I would rather just sort of go through all these drawings, give a little bit of context, and give you an idea of where I've been lately. These are drawings, the drawings that you're about to see were made from mid-2019 till now. And it's not all of them, of course, because there are some drawings in my sketchbook that I chose not to show. That's why you can see a piece of paper there. And a lot of the art that I do is ink, or it's drawn and inked over, like I do the line art of it and then I try to add more to it. I work in black and white quite a lot. A lot of my art can also be very personal, as you can see with that drawing there. It's sort of my protest against how people think autism is a dirty word. I'm trying to visually communicate that it's not a dirty word, and using like bright colors and such and groovy sort of designs as opposed to the dirtier one over there. You're also going to see a ton of drawings that I did for this past Inktober. Inktober, in case you didn't know, is a monthly challenge. And not a monthly challenge, it's a daily challenge that occurs every October. And you can follow the prompts list if you want to, or you don't have to. And last October I tried to do my own thing for the most part. And I just came up with ideas and just sort of executed them from there. And you'll see a lot of practice pages here too, as I'm trying to get better at certain things. I've been drawing for almost my whole life, but for a long while I didn't commit to getting better at drawing, as I was focusing more on writing and other things. And I don't want to go into a big sob story about that, which is why my drawings at age 27 just seem so rusty and nowhere near as good as they could be, but I figured I'd show off my progress anyways, because I think the more I show it, the better I feel about it, even if, it's not very good. As you can see there are some Inktobers that I started but decided not to go through with, and some of them I went back to. If you can notice, like if you could see, there are like dates. I date all my drawings, and you'll see like it'll say 10-something 2019, then it'll say 5/1 2020. That means I restarted it or I continued it around that time. I like to date all my drawings. And like I said earlier, yes, I do work in black and white quite a lot. Sometimes I like to capture something as it's happening. As someone who's looking to get into writing and directing animated features, I sort of approach a lot of drawings I do from sort of like a storyboard standpoint, as if I'm showing a scene that's happening. You could see that in some of the Inktobers starring this lanky, cloaked person with the mustache, just sort of going through the woods and avoiding several frights. It's kind of like an overarching story in like three or four pictures. I like story sketches, and I like looking at story sketches and storyboard artwork for animated feature films, and those are a big inspiration to me because it's basically like a screenshot from a film, but it's like an early rudimentary version while applying something of a style. I'm trying to build sort of a style for myself based on various influences. You may be able to see them in the various drawings. I'm also testing markers that I had gotten for the first time, like a Pentel brush marker, as you saw there with that shrine, and I'm just trying to get better at that. There are some sort of characters I went back to, like that sort of cleaning lady you saw there with the mop. Like I went back to that character twice recently because that was an abandoned Inktober. I post all my Inktobers on Instagram, by the way. The link is in the description and will also be in the video. That's where I post most of my art. Sometimes I post it on Twitter. But I figured I'd do a video sort of going through my sketchbook and, giving some context on some of the things. Like this right here is kind of weird. It's actually based on my front door, and when I was a kid I saw a face in the window pattern on my front door, so I decided to make like a surrealist drawing about it. A lot of my drawings probably, I could probably just sum them up as it looked cool, or it's something that I wanted to draw. As you could see, there's the cleaning lady again, and I went back to her because COVID-19, and I thought to myself, you know what, I'm just going to draw this person again because I wasn't satisfied with the Inktober, with her sort of wading through the paper, sort of the paper. So I just wanted to, and look, I even like have pages reserved for just testing things out, and I don't think I do sketchbooks right because I look at other people's sketchbooks and it's like, oh my god, you have like masterpieces, page after page after page, and here I am just scribbling things. But I figured I'd get it all out there anyways and just show it instead of being like hesitant about it, because I think that's my biggest problem. It's just I haven't shown it enough. That's actually fan art for the racing games Test Drive 4 and Test Drive 5. Kind of an obscure choice for fan art, but there's a developer, like there's a car made up by the developers in that game, and I just wanted to draw it. Murder Hornets, but in the style of a sci-fi noir. And this one is a not-so-subtle metaphor for articulation, something I think I, as an autistic person, often struggle with when I'm in public or talking to people I don't really know too well. But yeah, that I just wanted that to be sort of a quick video instead of this huge, in-depth, discussion of all the drawings. Thank you for watching. It means a lot if you stayed through all 6 minutes of this. And I hope to do more. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. This is Kyle O signing off.